everybody, Chris Turk with Up North Airgunner. So it's that time of year again. It's the early antlerless deer season here in Michigan. It's the Up North Airgunner deer camp. And today I am going to be rocking the AirForce Texan 50 cal carbine with the Hawk Optics red dot and with the Tacticam 5.0 on the end. So the first time I saw the AirForce Texan 50 cal carbine was when Rick Rehm and Justin Jacobson from Utah Airguns went down to Texas and hunted hogs from a helicopter with this thing. And I was talking to Rick, and Rick said, hey, if I can hang outside of a helicopter and shoot pigs with this, you can definitely hang from a tree and take out a deer. And I'll tell you what, in our testing of this thing, I'm literally ringing steel at 130 yards with this red dot.
All right, so today we're using the Hawk Micro MOA red dot. Since we're just hunting from a tree saddle, most of my shots will be 25 to 40 yards. What's great about this red dot, it has a very fine dot. It's only 3 MOA. So we've got it 0 to 50. Let's see if we can hit that coyote at 130 yards though. I calculated my old holdover here. All right, here we go.
Nice shot.
Baby. All right, just to show you how accurate, that was the VIPs. Both of these pills right here are freaking sweet. These are the 345 grain Mr. Hollow Points. That just fell on the ground. That's okay, because I've got more in my pocket. So we'll pop this bad boy in there. So we can do that twice in a row. Here we go. 130 yards.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about with the red dot.
So not that I would be taking shots like that at a deer, but a lot of these spots I'm going to be at over the next couple of days is going to be pretty much like a 50 yards and closer shot, more archery style. Being able to have that maneuverability as you swing around and being able to get the different shot positions with this thing. So this Texan can get over 600 foot-pounds of energy if you're slinging like really heavy lead, let's say 600 grains, 630 grains. But today I'm going to be using the Mr. Hollow Point 345 grain, Mr. Hollow Point pure awesomeness. In our testing with these things, they're deadly accurate. You're going to get a lot more velocity with that grain weight. It's going to keep your shot a bit flatter, especially out to 100 yards.
Yeah, baby.
So in preparation for Airgunner Deer Camp, I actually built up my Toyota Tundra into a tactical deer hunting machine. Had a little bit of a run-in with a deer earlier on this year, but check out some of the improvements. I've got the new end fab front bumper system with some KC lights here on the front. Redid the grill. But right here's the game changer that I have for carrying all the gear that I bring with me to deer camp. This is the Lightner active cargo system. Absolutely awesome. This is the brand new version that they have with the extra large pods. So I can carry a ton of gear in this thing. So one of the very critical pieces of gear that I needed for Airgunner Deer Camp was a compressor. So I reached out to Justin at Utah Airguns, and he was telling me about this new low profile compressor that they have. This can run off of 12 volts off of your truck battery, or you can actually also plug it into a regular outlet in your house or in the cabin. AirForce Texan fits perfectly in here in the smaller carbine size. So let's get this hooked up and let me show you how it works. All right, so the first step is you really want to make sure your engine's running. You don't want to run this off of your starter battery without the engine running. You're going to draw that down pretty quickly. So really easy, you set up the negative positive terminals there. Plugs it into the side of the Air Marksman compressor, turn it on. So here you've got the readout of what your pressure is set at. I've got this set at 250 bar. So super simple, just like filling off of an air tank. Just get your fill port here. So you just pop it on your air gun, just like normal. Turn it on. There we go. We're filling, baby. Bring that up to 250 bar. All right, so once you hit your fill pressure, just hit that bleed valve. And now we're hunting deer.
So we're checking out the Green Goblin slugs. Tim Davis that we're here with this weekend makes these. Pretty nice in this rifle.
So there's the entry. Tons of expansion. That's just wicked. We'll have to pull that out and measure that, but that is just beautiful, beautiful mushrooming.
Absolutely spot on. So you saw 2 out of the 3 shots. Let's go look at that group. So 2 of the shots hit there, and that last one I pulled up just a little bit went there. Outstanding.
Tim Davis, AirForce Texan 257. Coyote, 130 yards.
Chad Simon brought some more big bore toys with him. Check out the 20 millimeter. This thing is absolutely wicked.
God.
And Chad, what we got going on here?
All right, man. So we got the extreme booster pump. So what's really cool about this feature here is that if you shoot a lot of big bores like we do, if you can run your tank down to like 2200 psi, your big SCBA tank, and then you can use that to boost your gun back up to as high as 4500 psi.
No way, that's crazy.
So,
off of that lower pressure brings it right back up to 45.
Right, yep. Got to push the button a couple times and it brings it right back up.
So it's not electric or anything. You don't have to have like a
it's
power
air-powered.
source. It's just all air powered.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, let's get up in a tree. Let's see what we can do. So the last few years I've been running a tree saddle during the archery season. This will be my first year. I'm going to be running it during big bore airgun hunting during the regular firearm season. What I love about this thing is when you get up in a tree, obviously you have a lot more maneuverability than you do with a typical tree stand. But what I really like about it, when I'm hunting the edge of a swamp like I am in this spot, I can actually see pretty far out into the distance. So out here I can see almost 150 yards, where typically I probably can't even see out to 50 yards. So it's truly a game changer, is being able to get up above the deer. It works awesome. So PJ actually probably saw the most deer on the day one. I spent 4 hours in my tree saddle, didn't get a shot off. I actually had 2 come in behind me. I got winded. And PJ actually got 3 bucks on camera. They're all smaller, 7 or 8 points. Obviously it's antlerless doe season, wasn't gonna be able to take a shot anyway. But he did have a doe almost step right into that shooting lane. Unfortunately, she winded him, and that dreaded doe wheeze, and she was off and running. So we wrapped up day 1 of Airgunner Deer Camp. It was great. Everybody got a chance to see deer. No shots taken on day 1. So moved spots on day 2. I decided to get up into a ladder stand and use my tree saddle, tethered it up in the top, kind of give my feet a little bit of a break. Standing on a platform is much more comfortable than standing on the top of sticks. So let's check that out. All right, to the north of me here, we've got a food plot. It's actually on the neighbor's property. I can't take a shot across the property line. So we've got some deer moving into the food plot here. Hopefully they'll kind of keep coming to the south, keep our eyes on them and see what they'll do. All right, so we've had a couple more deer move into that food plot, and I actually caught a glimpse of another deer kind of skirting around to my front of me. Hopefully she'll move to my left. Let's keep an eye on it. The 2 deer just came in this tree line right here. That one right there just hung up in the tree line, but it's right there, right on the edge. Got those branches in the way, just gotta get a clear shot. Yeah. Yeah. AirForce Texan, baby. 50 cal carbine. Dropped her in her tracks from a saddle. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my God, my freaking heart is just thumping. This is a game changer, guys. I mean, to be able to swing around like this. I mean, if they would have come on that side of the tree, I would have been able to swing around. This side of the tree, would have been able to swing around. Behind me, notice I can rotate on the bridge. 360 degrees versus just sitting in a typical climbing stand, hang-on stand. This is the way to do it, guys. And the extra short length of the Texan, over 600 foot-pounds of energy if you're slinging some pretty heavy lead. I'm slinging only 345 grains, so probably right around 500 foot-pounds of energy, but man, it dropped her. Let's go check it out. Well, there it is, everybody. AirForce Texan 50 cal carbine, slinging the Mr. Hollow Point 345 grain slugs. And we worked hard for this one. It's pretty warm here, so I'm gonna dress her out, drag her back to deer camp. So we'll be eating backstraps tonight, baby. So as I was dragging my deer back to the truck, I got a text message from Tim. He also got a deer down. What's awesome about Tim's shot is we also caught the shot on the reveal trail camera that we had overlooking that food plot where he was sitting, which is so awesome. So we headed back to deer camp, got the fire started dressing out the deer, trying to get ready for an awesome air gunner deer camp feast. This is how we get a fire lit up North Air Gunner Deer Camp. Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
One of the cool things about being at Air Gunner Deer Camp with Tim and Chad is these guys are both master chefs. So Tim played a bit of a practical joke on me, knowing that I have kind of a bit of a gag reflex to eat iguana. A couple months ago, Tim was able to harvest a couple of iguana, and he actually served up in the most delicious iguana fajitas that I have ever had. Thinking it was chicken, I actually went back for 4 helpings, so Tim got me on that one. So for this year's Air Gunner Deer Camp, both Tim and Chad tag teamed the venison recipe. Check it out.
We're gonna start off with some Montreal steak before we marinate.
Oh, look at that. Quick Air Gunner pro tip from Chad Simon is to be careful with your headlamp as you're taking your hat off near the fire. All right, so this year we mixed up the recipe a little bit, Chad. Were you going to step it up a little bit?
Yep, got a little taco hot sauce.
Ooh, taco hot sauce.
And instead of the water bottle marinator can, we got the Budweiser marinator can.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yes, we're stepping it up this year. Gotta have a little bit of Budweiser. The main ingredient of all, the mountain water, otherwise known as moonshine, or hand sanitizer, COVID killer, overall you upper. And we got to marinate.
You need sticks.
Yeah, we need the marinating sticks. And we're getting fancy this year.
Yeah, last year was just
Dang, I poked my eye out twice.
Now you're
We
smoking.
got to get her all nice and marinated.
So how many turns you supposed to do there, Chad?
About 35, 36, 38's right on the money.
Okay.
2 more times.
So 30,
All right.
39 would mess up the recipe, right?
Yes, that's just a bit too much. Well, this is a 2-person skewer, so you guys get to share. You got to hold it together at the same time now. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's marinate it. Look at that. Juicy, juicy sauce. Now, let that sit and simmer for a few minutes. And meanwhile, we got a little bit more of that mountain water to pass around. Once this is empty, that's ready to eat. And that's how you gauge when our special recipe is ready to eat.
Jeez, Tim. So after Tim got a little bit of liquid courage, he decided to basically take on the entire deer camp arm wrestling. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, over the top, baby. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, shit.
It's a lot different, ain't it?
Yo. Is that shit?
Bucks are going out.
Yeah. So after Tim took everybody down at deer camp arm wrestling, it was right at that moment we realized we left the venison on the fire. Yeah, is that even edible?
Ooh, give it to Chris.
Looks like a piece of charcoal. It's your fault. You were supposed to be watching it.
I know.
So the good news is we had more than enough venison to put on another helping. We actually had a couple more helpings. It was absolutely delicious. Another great Airgunner deer camp in the books. Can't wait for next year. Awesome having these guys out. If you haven't started your own Airgunner deer camp, do so because it is a great way to get good friends together for a good time. All right, there it is, everybody. AirForce Texan, 50 cal carbine. This is probably my new favorite in the Texan lineup. Having that much energy in such a small package. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Take care.